And peace. Welcome everybody to another episode of Random Thoughts. I am your host, the LYR to the ICS is lyrics, y'all. Yo, it's finally cold outside, man. It is cold in a bitch out here in New York City. Yo, we like to welcome everybody, man. Welcome all our randos back. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling great. You know, the fuckery energy is in the air. You know what I'm saying? And yo, most importantly, we gotta welcome the crew back. What up, crew?
It's three of us in New York right now.
No, that's a fact. And it's one in like sunny LA.
No. It's actually cold too. But yeah, it's gonna be sunny probably later on.
Yo, wait. Hold on. It's cold in LA?
Yeah. LA gets cold.
Have you been watching?
What's in LA? 70 degrees? 70 degrees, Ad? That's cold?
No, y'all be surprised. Y'all funny. Y'all be surprised, man. Like around like 9 o'clock it'll get hotter, but you know, there've been days where it's been low 50s, high 40.
Hey Taisha. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
All right, well, yo, let's introduce the crew. Steph, what's goody?
What's going on, everyone? Y'all know who this is. It's Steph, y'all. Again with the hoodie, you know, because it's cold. It's cold over here. It's like in the 30s. But
yeah, that's a fact.
And you know, shameless plug. So you know, there's an incentive to that. But welcome to Random Thoughts Talk series. Shout out to all the randos. I just hit y'all with the link, so I hope you all are representing all the randos on our YouTube page, our Twitch page, our Facebook page. Everyone at the Ranters Union YouTube page and Facebook page. We love y'all. We're glad.
My fault. Go ahead.
What were you about to say?
And on we can't forget our people on Instagram, man, IG, man. Most of like, you know what I mean, like most of all, man.
That's where I sent the link to IG, so they know.
I hope so.
Yeah. So, what's up, Ed? It's sunny West Coast.
Oh yeah, what's good? What's good with y'all, fam? It is ADV Average in the spot, and we back again with another episode, Random Thought Talk series. Now I ain't got much besides y'all making fun of LA, but yeah, I got my hoodie on as well too. Next time I'm gonna cop the same one, Steph. What's going on?
I gotta cop the same. I gotta cop that shit too, man. But yo, today this particular episode is gonna be hosted by none other than our, in-house vampire right here, man. Live from Brooklyn, Famous Ramos. What's going on, Famous Ramos?
Might well call me Eddie Murphy. Let's get it done. Let's get going, man.
Oh shit! Oh man!
As we eat our ice cream.
Oh man!
Yeah,
like
I got
yo,
ice cream. Lyrics.
What you say? Oh, so you got some Ben and Jerry's too, huh?
This isn't Ben and Jerry's, man. This is Brooklyn's finest.
No.
Well,
we don't. That's for peasants.
Yes,
that's for peasants. We have Apple Hill, okay?
This is the realness right here.
Yo, how you gonna talk shit about Ben and Jerry? Ben and Jerry been around before Brooklyn's finest. Stop playing, man. You know what I'm saying?
But yo, Apple Hills, baby.
Yo, shout out to Mr. RJC78, Taisha, everybody else coming up on here, all the randos. Shout out to Brooklyn's finest ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lorville 1993. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, once again, Brooklyn's finest ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Which is Eric and Steph is eating, and they better have some for me afterwards, because I'm coming to Brooklyn afterwards. I'm gonna find y'all asses. Y'all gonna get somebody give me some Brooklyn finest.
This segment is not sponsored by.
I told you before, though, you're not getting in here.
It is sponsored by Apple Hill.
I told you that shit.
You gotta get some sponsorship.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta get some sponsorship. Yo, Brooklyn's finest. Yo, we just shouted y'all out. Holla at us, man. Random Thoughts at gmail.com. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? But yo, let's stop wasting time, man. You know what we gotta do, right?
Yeah.
We gotta let the fuckery commence.
Hey.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. I Rant Network and the founder of the Ranters Union, Logic, aka Mr. M, recommends that you take what is said and do your own research. Read a goddamn book and form your own opinion. Furthermore, listen carefully to the ranters rant and debate their opinions and form your own conclusion. Thank you for watching this member-supported program, powered by the Ranters Union and produced for the I Rant Network. Good day.
Yes, yes. Yo, we are back. And yo, right now we about to hand it over to our special guest host. You know what I'm saying? Well, really he's one of the hosts, but he's gonna be the main host of this one. The vampire from Brooklyn, famous Ramos. You know what I'm saying? Ramos, this is all you, buddy. What the fuck?
My man froze.
He froze again?
He froze in that pose, though. That pose.
Wow.
Somebody screenshot that. Put that on a shirt.
Eric,
you
should just come to my room.
Yo, how the fuck? How the yo? Hey, let's try this again. All right. So, oh shit. So now I'm gonna hand over the hosting duties to the one and only, your favorite vampire from Brooklyn, famous Ramos. Hey yo, here you go.
Just wait until you see this.
We had it, man. So the episode today is episode 20, season 3. What does Latin America culture mean to you?
Nah, it's episode 3-21.
I said episode 20, season 3. Doesn't matter?
21.
Yeah, it does matter. It does matter.
It says 20 there.
21.
Is it 20 there? Okay, 21.
You
I stand corrected.
no promo. How do you? You know what? Go ahead.
I'm done. I'm finished.
Right
I'm done.
Anyway,
he's looking at the teleprompter.
Let's continue.
Hey yo, you got a messed up teleprompter, bruh.
That's the top of the program, man. It says right there, episode 20. Read it. Anyway, so
that's my bad, y'all. That's my bad. I'll change it.
Yo, you gotta love Randumb Thoughtz, man. This is the only show we fuck up and this shit is still be dope. Our fuck ups be the best. Like, yo, we got ain't no show out there got the best fuck ups like us. We fuck up the best and we still come back from that.
We fuck up the best. We fuck up upwards.
You and this internet, my goodness.
We fuck upwards. I love it. Hey, there he goes again. Oh my god.
Yo, what?
Steph, go drag him over there or something.
Yeah, drag me to your room, man. Like, yo, today's episode, all right, before we get this man back on here, today's episode is episode 3-21, okay? Episode 3-21. What does Latin American culture mean to you?
There's no bad connection in Brooklyn because I'm in
bad connection in Brooklyn.
I'm in a different room. We're in the same house. It is working just fine. Oh no!
Hey, oh wow! Yo, do all of us a favor. Drag him to your room, please.
Eric, just use my phone.
Like, yo, what the?
Just come and use my phone. No, but let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it, man.
21.
Well, all right, boom.
Culture.
let me just say how this particular episode started. Like me and Famous Ramos was on the phone, and we was talking. We was actually talking about some other shit, and then like our conversations always turn to some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we were actually talking about like Puerto Rican culture and stuff like that. I don't know how the hell that conversation went from one to that, but like yeah, hey Ramos, do you remember what we was talking about? Like as far as like the Latin culture shit was concerned?
Probably something about food. I don't remember. How long ago was this?
Yo, this was like season 2 and shit. That's what it was, man. Like yo, we was talking this
episode.
shit.
I think it was this season, the food episode, wasn't it?
Nah, it was last season.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yo, Dad, you tell we getting old, man. We don't remember shit. Like, yo, but anyway, yo, we here now. We here today, man. But what I would first like, we supposed to actually have a special guest today. Like Eric, you want to tell them who the special guest is gonna be today?
Yes, he's a producer of a film called
We Still Here. Oh, he froze again. Dang nabbit.
So check the
sorry.
chat.
Wow.
Check the chat.
So the special guest, yes, I'm gonna
Saw
say
the
it.
name.
The special guest is a producer, Jacobs-Fantanuzzi? Yes, Jacobs-Fantanuzzi. Kahlil Jacobs-Fantanuzzi.
Kahlil Jacobs-Fantanuzzi.
Yes, he's producer of a film called We Still Here. Oh, is that Eric talking again?
Yo, drag that man to your room, please. Drag him to your room. Like, yo,
So we'll talk about the documentary. So We Still Here is a documentary about an area in Puerto Rico called Comerío, and it was one of the areas that was devastated by Hurricane Maria that hit in 2017. You remember Hurricane Maria when our former twice disgraced president, I'm not even going to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about, the orange comb over, went over to Puerto Rico and threw toilet paper and paper towels.
Oh yeah, you mean President Trump?
Yes,
President Trump.
Former President Trump.
Yeah, former President Trump. Yeah.
So yeah, when he went over there and threw toilet paper and such at the people of Puerto Rico, which was very disgraceful. I don't think any other president would do anything like that. But one of the areas that was devastated was an area called Comerío, and the people in that neighborhood in that area came together and basically rebuilt the community. So they picked particular homes that were completely destroyed and just rebuilt them from scratch. And they just used their resources because FEMA wasn't working as quickly as they should have been. An agency with so many resources and so much money pouring in, they had no way. They were taking forever to get to this village. So yeah, so they went over there. Or the people of the village built up their own community themselves. They use their connections, their relatives, family, friends, things of that nature, and they built these homes back up. And he also did protests in Washington D.C., New York, Miami, various large U.S. cities. So yeah, it's a great documentary. I hope they release it very soon. But yeah, we'll be talking to the producer.
Hey, Steph.
Today. Yes.
I would like to read the synopsis real quick about the film We Still Here.
Yeah, read the synopsis.
Okay. We Still Here in Spanish, Nos Tenemos. Nos Tenemos.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys. It introduces the incredible youth of Comerío, Puerto Rico, navigating the aftermath of Hurricane Maria. Oh my God! All right, Comerío, Puerto Rico, navigating the aftermath of Hurricane Maria, a disaster that brought an unprecedented level of devastation to an island already in economic and political crisis. In the lush mountains in the in the center of Puerto Rico, 24-year-old
Mariangelie Ortiz.
yeah, Mariangelie Ortiz leads a group of young residents who never thought they would become the leaders of their community. Nonetheless, find themselves traveling to Washington, D.C. to protest in the halls of Congress. Follow them in this coming of age story to find their power and begin creating a sustainable future for themselves and their community.
Yes.
Yeah, yo, you know what? As I'm like looking at the synopsis, I can't wait to see this shit, man. Like real, like honestly, I cannot wait to see this movie.
Toda la tristeza que hay en mi tierra la tiene el bambú.
Cuando estaba llegando el huracán María, vimos cómo el río estaba entrando al pueblo, cómo los negocios se estaban inundando.
Mi cuarto era ahí y como ya ven, pues ya no hay nada.
Y ahí fue cuando vimos nuestro pueblo destrozado. Y ahí comenzó la otra parte de María.
Es que esperaba más del municipio, del gobierno, para las personas que perdieron sus casas, sus hogares. O sea, están muy lentos, o sea, me decepcionaron en esa parte.
En mi comunidad, 25 familias perdieron sus techos y de esas 25, solamente 6 recibieron la ayuda de FEMA en la instalación de toldos.
Compartir, eso es la felicidad. Para que el que te pregunte a ti alguna vez, ¿qué felicidad? Dice, no, felicidad es compartir con los que no tienen.
La casa de mi tío quedó destrozada. Todas las paredes cruzaban.
Maria unveiled the reality that was underneath the surface. And I think for many of us, we knew for many years how alone we were and how much the government didn't have our backs and how much being a colony was so debilitating to ourselves and to our sustenance, right? And our well-being as a people.
Es algo que siempre me ha gustado hacer, ser líder, ayudar. Esto soy yo. Conmigo, yo voy a ser su guía turística el día de hoy. Mucho gusto, María.
Trata de ser original.
En mi comunidad hay 25 hogares y aún no tienen techo.
¡Boom! Y si no puedes ser perfecto, trata de ser original. Y es que tú tienes el control de tu cuerpo, lo puedes lograr. Busca tu luz, sé tu confianza, plenitud, baila.
How it is that you envision the future of your community, right? So how is it that you envision infrastructure, education, community workforce, economic development, solar power, water?
De empoderar líderes, de darle un voto y voz a nuestra comunidad.
Que mira, sí, uno se puede autoorganizar, porque eso es parte de lo que nos hemos dado cuenta en esta isla, es que el gobierno no está. O sea, María delató la falta de apoyo que tenemos gubernamental en este país.
Haremos el cambio a nivel país. No es solo por uno, también es por la comunidad, por el que viene, porque hay que tomarlo de forma colectiva. No es decir yo, es decir somos. Y aquí estamos.
Yo, that was dope. That was really dope. That's like I said, I can't wait to see that movie, man.
Yeah.
And right now we have the producer, the director of the film, Kahlil. What's going on, my man?
What up? How's it going, fam?
How you doing?
All right.
Peace and love.
It's a pleasure and honor to be on here with you. Thank you for showing the trailer and showing us some love to talk about these really important issues affecting Puerto Rico and talking about the importance of Black and Brown solidarity. which is what we're all about.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's definitely what we want to talk about, man. Like, especially like, yo, I was just like, as I was looking at it, I didn't know that it was that crazy, man. What inspired you to actually make this movie? Like, what actually just said, like, listen, I have to show this to the world.
Well, truth be told, me and my brother Eli went to Puerto Rico to help out. Like, we didn't go to Puerto Rico, but like, this is a documentary we want to make. We went because we're Boricua, we're Puerto Ricans, we're of the diaspora. We felt like there's something that we can do with our body, with our energy, with our resources to give back to our communities and to people on the island. And in the process of doing that, we reconciled and we realized the type of stories that were being told were mainly from gringos, from white people, from an outsider perspective, looking like everybody that they're a victim, that there's nothing that can be done. And we felt like that was not the true and authentic narrative of what was happening. So we actually first pick up the cameras to do some crowdfunding to help build some of the homes. And so as we are taking out the cameras to do this crowdsource stuff and to get people to support financially, some of the youth that were involved were like, we want to learn how to tell stories. We want to learn more about camera work. We want to learn how to put a drone up in the air. And so it kind of came about through this kind of collaborative process. So we believe in something called non-extractive storytelling, which means that you're telling a story with a community instead of about a community. And so it's really kind of something that's created a space for people to participate in the creation of a film rather than just being subjects.
Yeah, that's amazing. I know you mentioned the diaspora, and as I watched the film, you even the folks in the community mentioned the diaspora throughout. I've had conversations with friends of mine, regarding it. There are folks that are aware and folks that aren't as aware. And how, as far as importance, like how did you? What was the conversation like as far as the diaspora within that community? Like, can you give me context?
Yeah. So, I was actually born in California, and my brother Eli, who is the director and the producer, we work as a team. He was born in Maui. So, we're definitely of the diaspora, meaning we are of these, of this place, but we weren't born there.
Right.
And so when we look at what's happened to Puerto Rico throughout history, you realize that some people, didn't have a choice. They were forced to leave, whether that was economically, whether that was, family needs, a lot of different reasons why people left the island of Puerto Rico throughout the years. Mm-hmm. And so I think for us, coming from the diaspora, but coming home to Puerto Rico to do work, people were very much aware of our presence and appreciated the fact that although we weren't born on the island, we have this organic connection to the island, and we have this love for our people and love for our culture. And so that's kind of what binds us and what brings us together. And that's something that the people in Comerío were really appreciative of.
That's great.
Kahlil, I'm coming from a fellow Boricua born in the States. I appreciate the story that you were telling. So I just want to say thank you first of all for that. The movie is very poignant, and the storytelling is very well done. And is this your first film, or do you primarily deal in features, short films?
So, well, gracias. Thank you for those words. I think that we got to start somewhere, because I think some people don't even know the word Boricua. So when we look at Puerto Rico, we understand that the indigenous name of the island is Borinquen, from the Taínos, the indigenous people. We know that in 1898, July 25th, the United States invaded the island of Puerto Rico under the pretense and promise that they were going to help liberate Puerto Rico from Spain, and we know that didn't happen. So it's important. It's been a process to learn our history, because it's something that they don't teach in the textbooks and in school. So it's kind of been a process of a lifelong process to kind of reclaim and to learn about our history. But as you were asking, this is actually not our first film. Me and my brother started a production company in the late 90s. And we've been making films for over 20 years now. All the films are documentaries. All the films are independent. Our very first film we did was about hip hop in Cuba with Tony Touch and Dead Prez and the Roots and different hip hop groups going to Cuba to kind of participate in revolutionary hip hop. And we've been making films ever since. This is our first one around the subject of the first one around the issue of Puerto Rico. So it's something really close to our heart and something that we are really excited to add to our repertoire as filmmakers.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Like, yo, I swear that's dope. Like, oh man, I'm speechless on that one, man. But yo, I'm like this. I just wanted to mention real quick. If you want to watch this film, you know, other films, please go to what is it? It's
World Film Festival.
The Queens World Film Festival. Yes, at filmfestivalflix.com. Filmfestivalflix.com. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're definitely in support of that, man. I'm definitely gonna check this film out. Like, I really like when I was just checking it out, I was like, wow, like just the way how you guys set it up, the camera work, that all that was amazing, man. Like, oh man, yo, anybody else got any questions, man?
I had a question. Actually,
Go ahead.
Film. I wanted to know how you became acquainted with Anthony Ramos. Who's like one of my favorite actors. You know, out right now. He's very talented.
He's on fire.
How did you get acquainted with him?
Yeah, he's on fire. He's doing the most.
Yeah,
and props to him and all that he's doing and his humble upbringings in Brooklyn, kind of just growing up in the hood and had this passion for what he does. The interesting thing is that we asked him when we met him actually on the ground doing work in Comerío. Like, we hadn't met him before. We didn't tell him that we were going to be doing interviews. He didn't have a camera crew. He just came to put in work. And when we asked him what he was doing in Puerto Rico, he's like, I came to learn, and I came to learn. And I was like, that's a deep statement coming from somebody that has so much going on for himself.
Right.
But as you can see in the film, the brother is like all about the work. He's about giving back. We actually run into him in Washington D.C, where he's giving a speech and he's kind of connecting the dots between the diaspora and people on the island. And he's a stand-up dude who's really, wanted to give back and continues to find ways of giving back, even when the cameras are off, even when it's not showtime. He's doing that important work for the community.
Yeah, I felt like you all showing him, in that space, in that context. It impressed me even more. Like, it showed his humanity and his depth of humanity as a person, and I have way more respect for him. Just seeing him in that context. I always felt that he was like that. That type of person that would give back to his community, and just seeing him, even more like in that space is refreshing, and it's really great to see like someone who has his resources and his recognition as an actor, giving back to the community. So that was a beautiful thing. I had a question also about the young people in the community. Like, what, besides just the devastation of the hurricane, were they doing this work before, and this just galvanized them even more to step into action? Like, how did they come together? Were there several groups that came together, or was it just the community, that local community coming together to fix up their town?
I mean, that's a great question, and it really kind of goes back to the way that these people were organized in this particular town. They were not people that were born and raised activists. They didn't come from parents that were like, protesting in the streets. They didn't come from nonprofit organizations that are getting funding to do this work. It was very much an organic process of recognizing that the government wasn't showing up. And what happens when the government doesn't show up and you don't have a roof? You start leaning on your neighbors. You start depending upon them. You start asking for support in ways that really created unity and created this sense of purpose. And I think that in that process, these young people were able to really create change and really kind of not only create what was, but dream about what could be.
Right.
And really kind of not just building what was, but like really being creative about water and catchment, solar power, about using the natural resources that we have on the island.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that like it wasn't just building back the community, it was like building it back so it could last longer, that they could have sustainable change and that they could build on it. And it was just, yeah, the documentary is beautiful overall. I was really inspired by everyone in it, particularly Marianne. Her energy is just insane. Absolutely.
It really is. I mean, she is somebody who really kind of epitomizes the role and the importance of an Afro-Latino community leader. You know, like it's like even in the film, she talks about the process that like you watch her on the film kind of grow through these changes and develop as a leader. Like at the beginning, that wasn't her. You know, she was kind of like watching from the outside, kind of like, what is this? And who are you? And what's happening? And then you kind of just see her get more and more involved and really kind of develop into this amazing and powerful community leader that when we show the film and we're able to bring her along with us, the communities just go crazy in terms of their appreciation and their love for who she has become and what she does and how she stands in the world.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I would love to meet her at some point.
That's a fact.
Great. Are there any other film festivals that you'll be participating in? Will you be yeah. Tell us more about that.
We did the world premiere at Urban World, and that was actually in New York, and we won the audience choice for best doc, and that was
Nice.
a real big kind of ordeal for us. We brought Yayo and Marianne from Puerto Rico. They were in New York for the sold out screening. And we've been doing film. Thank you so much. We've been doing film festivals, but we've also been doing something called the Impact Campaign, and it's been really interesting to see how this film could be used as a call to action, and how this film could be used as a way to create solidarity and momentum in terms of what's been happening in Puerto Rico. So actually, we just last week were in Hawaii, in the Hawaiian Islands, sharing the film and talking about the importance of sovereignty and independence. So you know that Hawaii, they are a state of the United States, but they also have indigenous people, indigenous Hawaiians that want to have their freedom and have their self-determination. So we link with some of those organizations, and we screen the film with them, having conversations about, the history of colonization. What does it look like to fight for freedom and independence? How can we support each other? So we've been taking the film all across the world and having really powerful conversations and looking at ways that that we could support each other in the work that we're doing.
Talking about that on the Hawaii situation, how do you feel that people received you? Because the whole talk of colonization, how they forced upon the American rule upon us without asking us or asking the people at that time how they felt. Just kind of like colonization by kind of like taking over. You know what I mean? Like the whole idea of the sugar plant, the sugar. I think the similar situation happened in Hawaii with the sugar as well, Domino Sugar. How like Domino Sugar kind of like infiltrated and just took over. I believe it was a similar situation in Puerto Rico at some point. How did they see the reflection of themselves in the film? Any of those people there tell you their stories, or talk to you about how they saw themselves reflected in these people?
So, and like the point that you're making in terms of like these U.S. kind of corporations and their involvement in colonization, whether it's the Dole pineapple or Domino, the sugar company, or different people like that, they actually did a huge campaign to get Puerto Ricans to leave Puerto Rico and to come to Hawaii to work in the pineapple fields and in the sugarcane fields. And so you have Puerto Ricans that date back to the early 1900s in Hawaii, and it's documented that there's Puerto Ricans that go back and that go back that long in history and have actually kind of submerged themselves with the Hawaiian culture. So it was interesting when we went to go show the film. It wasn't their first time hearing of Puerto Rico. They had like, oh yeah, I have a cousin who's married to a Puerto Rican and he's Hawaiian, and there's a lot of kind of like fusion in culture in terms of the Hawaiian and the Puerto Rican culture. But I think that for us, when we showed the film, the feelings of resiliency, the feelings of being able to come together and support each other in knowing that there's this colonial history. I think that the Hawaiian folks were really intrigued and interested in seeing how something like a natural disaster like Hurricane Maria brought community together and were able actually to galvanize community to start thinking about things differently. Before the hurricane, people may have not been thinking about the importance of sovereignty and independence. But as they were confronted with the reality that the United States government was not there for them, they kind of started to question things and they started to look at things differently. So I think that they were interested in seeing how this natural disaster kind of really changed the way that people see themselves and they see the island and the relationship to the United States.
Okay. Yeah. This is amazing.
You feel tongue tied, don't you? Like it's just like you catch yourself in moments like this. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, this is the very first time in the history of Randumb Thoughtz since this show has started that I caught myself in a complete tongue-tied situation. It was like, oh shit, I wish I was better prepared for this. You know what I'm saying? But
there's just so much to say about the film in itself. Just like you said, the method that you used to film, that you didn't just film, everything that was happening. You had the people that were the subject of the film also involved in the process of the filmmaking. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And you see that both
that process is unique to. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, continue.
No, I was just saying that the process of incorporating the folks in the film to be a part of the making of the film, at some points it was really organic and it felt like, oh wow, this is great. We gave them tools. Now they know how to use lighting. They knew how to frame. They have a tripod. And then some parts of it were really challenging. Like we are going to do the editing of the film. And we were like at a point where we're almost near the end. We feel like this is looking good. And we brought the editor to Comerío with us for 3 days to edit with the community. And the community like, nah, that part over there, that needs to change. Or the way that we're talking about this, that's not real to our experiences. So we kind of had to like unravel the entire film. And it was a really scary moment in terms of like feeling like we're never going to get to completion. But at the end of the day, we feel like the authenticity, we feel that the ability for folks to really portray what they were going through at that moment was really enhanced by the fact that they were a part of the process of the editing and a part of the creation of the film.
And see, that's the most beautiful part about it. Like you getting the community involved in everything. Now, I have a question for the entire panel, including you, Mr. Kahlil. Sorry for messing your name, by the way.
You got it.
Yeah. Guys, Mr. Kahlil, today's episode, we're talking about Latin American culture overall. Let's ask that question. What does Latin American culture mean to you individually? Ramos, let's start with you, man.
Well, that's a big question because you're talking about Latin American culture. Even though Latin American culture, we have a connection. We're very. Different.
Whatever you want to talk about.
Very different and very similar. No, I'm just starting off with that. You know what I mean? We're very different. We have a lot of similarities, but we have a lot of differences as well. You know what I mean? Of course, our main similarity is that we were colonized by the same people. So, the Spaniards. We also have the whole thing of, the indigenous populations there integrating or mixing with that, and as well as, African slaves being brought over for the most part. I'm pretty sure for the most part, most Latin America is like that. But we also have development of different cultures from that, so, and because of that, specifically, for example, Puerto Rico, even from Puerto Rico to the Dominican Republic, we have similarities, but there's differences. There's differences in the way we speak, in the difference in the way the language that's used, the words that are used, that specifically to that region, to that place. The foods, there are things connections, but there's big differences as well. So for me, Latin America means that we're the first. We're the first in terms of a society where I'm not going to use race because I don't believe race exists, but ethnic groups mixed together and created a civilization. And I feel like that's what's happening right now in our world. We're seeing that, people are mixing, and, in a way, in a strange way, you have all these mixed families. And that is the pride product of Latin America. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be here without that. And that's when we talk about, sometimes we talk about, we had an episode we talked about previously that, that people were saying they wanted to stick, they prefer their own people, in terms of how they want to move forward, like with families. And I'm like, I wouldn't be here if someone some point didn't mix with somebody else. So it's important. For me, it's important that we acknowledge that. We acknowledge that we are a mixed community of different ethnic groups. And this is what creates. We're amalgamation. So that's for me. That's what Latin America means.
Cool. Well, Mr. Kahlil, I asked you the same question. Since this is this is actually the title of today's episode. What does Latin American culture mean to you? But I'm saying specifically to yourself. You can talk about anything. To you specifically, what does that mean?
Yeah. Just to build on some of the concepts, I think that, I'm very proud of being Latin American and Caribbean. I kind of don't just use the Latin American because I see Puerto Rico as a part of the Caribbean, the broader Caribbean community. But I think that for me, it's about understanding the history, appreciating the legacy of indigenous people, understanding that, these borders and these island titles of, whatever the names may be, are mainly created by the colonizer, right? By Europeans that were invading. So there's a lot of similarities in terms of inter-island and across Latin America. And then it's also really important to understand our African ancestry and be proud of our African ancestry. When we're looking at the world, the second largest country of African descendant peoples is not on the continent of Africa. It's actually in Brazil.
Right.
So when you're looking at the African diaspora, it's really important to acknowledge and appreciate the beauty and the contributions that they've made in Latin America and in the Caribbean. And so for me, identifying as Afro-Latino, kind of like, making sure that we are appreciating our indigenous and African ancestry. And it's not about not acknowledging our European ancestry, but it's definitely about rewriting that history and making sure that that history includes groups that have traditionally been left out of the story. So it's an honor to be on the show with you and build on these concepts.
Thank you very much. Shortly we're going to be talking about that, like Afro Latinos and Latinas. So because that's something that was brought to my attention too on this, and it was a good thing. Advis, I asked you the same question. But there's no right or wrong answer. It's your answer. What do you feel that Latin American culture means to you?
And if you keep hearing a dog barking in the background, I apologize. There's so much going on. I don't know why there's so many sounds going on right now. It's ridiculous.
I thought Notes was itching. I thought Notes and his dog was itching.
Oh yeah, Anubis is outside. He over there telling him, man, get you. Yeah.
Wow.
I told you. He was.
You look at Notes and look at you said his name and he popped up.
Look, Notes. I'm telling you, Notes last week. That was his he was like doing his proof of life videos, letting you know that Anubis was alive and well.
Yo, what's going on, Notes?
Showing the front.
Shout out to Notes.
How the hell do you just pop up when people mention your name? Like nobody said Candyman or Beetlejuice 5 times. Just said Notes once and here this motherfucker come up, man. Anyway, listen.
Yeah. Right.
Advis, go ahead. Sorry, man.
So I definitely agree with both Kahlil and Eric. For me, it's definitely still learning the history. So as I learn not only my history but also around the diaspora, that's where I start to see a lot more of not only the connections but similarities as well as the differences when it comes to how a culture either prepares food, how they look at the family structure, as well as how on the outside how it can be used as a divisive thing to try to divide, but knowing that honestly it's the diaspora for a reason, but it's really more so I came here to learn.
Cool. I mean, no, you know what? To be honest with you, whether you're 8 or 80, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can open your mind to saying that, all right, I'm a student of the game in life, then I think you go far, man. Like, I think people will live longer if they have that attitude. But it seems that we have people that, especially nowadays in this society, in this time and age, and, like you have these younger kids that think they know every damn thing. You got people our age like that think they know everything, and then they end up getting lost because they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, but they swear to God that they know everything. So when Advis, every time you come in, you say you learning something, man. That makes me happy. It makes me feel like, yo, that like more and more that it was a reason why I created this, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for that, man. I appreciate you for that. You know what I mean? Steph, I have to ask. Huh?
You got that rainbow in his shirt. I thought the more you learn. No, the commercials he gets, the more you learn. No, like he had the rainbow and it popping up. That's all that came in my head.
I understand. I know I look like the brother. We might be descendants for sure at this part. LeVar Burton, I got you.
LeVar Burton, yeah. Like Steph. Right. What does it mean? What does Latin American damn, y'all just fucking me all up. Anyway, Steph, I say this to you, like I said to everybody else. What does Latin American culture mean to you? It's your answer.
Pardon me. I'm like Evis, man. I'm always learning. I'm always like and learning is exciting to me. It's always been exciting to me. I accept and invite every chance to take in any kind of information. And when it comes to, the Latin community, just Hispanic community, what have you, I just see even more. I think the more I learn, the more connections I see. And the more I'm just in awe of the African diaspora as a whole, because I don't necessarily see the Latino community as anything separate. I think we have more connections to each other than things that are different or separate. We've all we've gone through very similar histories. We've been through similar traumas, similar pain. We've experienced the trauma of separation and from our cultures, our original homeland, and so on and so forth. And I just see us coming together. I see strength in numbers. Honestly, I think the more that we come together and unite, I think the stronger and greater we could be as a whole. I just want to mention something. it's interesting. Like this episode is like perfectly timed. Last night I went to see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and I'm not going to give any spoilers. Why are you shaking your head? What's the problem? What's the problem?
Yeah,
we got a hate up in here.
Yeah.
We got a moral hate up in here.
Straight hating, man.
Yeah, you damn right I'm hating.
Hate.
Hate. That's it.
Terrible.
Like, nah, man. Let me.
It be your own people.
Nah,
okay?
Finish, Steph, because I'm gonna like my turn next. My turn. Go ahead.
It be your own people. Anyway, so I saw Black Panther: Wakanda Forever last night, and I'm just gonna say, for the fact that they had to rewrite this entire script, after Chadwick Boseman's passing, that's pretty phenomenal. I mean, they came up with a pretty solid storyline, and I really enjoyed it. But I'm not going to do any spoilers because I know there's some folks that haven't seen it.
No, spoil that shit.
A lot of people. I haven't seen it. Please do not ruin
it. Spoil it.
In this piece.
There it is. Yeah.
Spoil it.
I hate it.
Lyrics. You are a spoiler.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this is
yes,
what
I am.
Wanted, but this is the thing that I observed when I watched the movie. The nemesis in the story is one of the second oldest Marvel characters in the franchise, which is Namor, which means no love, or the boy with no love. And basically, what'd you say?
I'm just
spoiler.
You're good. No, you're good.
It's not really a spoiler, but what I noticed about it was the intersectionality of the African culture and the introduction of the Incan, Maya, and Aztec cultures that they brought together, and the way that they weave those cultures together to create the story. It was just I was blown away. It was beautiful. Shout out to Ruth Carter and wardrobe. I hope she wins another Oscar for it.
I don't.
She did an amazing job with everyone. Just taking everyone's heritage and culture and putting it into the wardrobe and the costume. It was just absolutely beautiful.
Agreed, Steph. So she's an amazing costume designer. I saw.
She is.
What were you saying, Eric?
Netflix documentary.
Oh, you're breaking up, my
man. Again.
Yeah.
Every time you have something poignant to say, you're breaking up.
Yo, please drag him to your room, man. Please, man. Like,
no, you should just get on the tablet with me, my man. But it's beautiful. So I say all that to say, it's amazing that I see more. I love the rich culture of the diaspora as a whole, and that includes the Latino and Hispanic arm of the diaspora. I just love it. So I just the more I learn, the more appreciation I have for it.
Yeah, you know what, the answer to the question. I know. Mr. M, I know you was gonna do that Channel 4 shit right there. The more you know.
Don't get us canceled in some other countries like WWE stuff. WWE can't cancel us for shit on that. That's that's WNBC. You know what I'm saying?
What shit was there talking?
I was talking a whole bunch of shit. I was talking a whole bunch of shit.
I know. I can hear you from the next room. I'm in Brooklyn. You're in Bronx. I can hear you.
Whatever.
Dang.
BX, we in the building. Chopped cheese.
No,
whatever.
What were you trying to say, Eric? Before you were?
No, I was just saying. I think for the most part, that's what happens. You don't pay your bills. Anyway, like I was saying that she's an amazing talent, and I agree with you. I hope she wins this movie as well as other things she does in the future.
Let me just say something about this Ruth Carter. Like the fact that if you've ever seen Namor in comics, they make him look terrible. Like it's his costuming. I don't know who created his costuming. It's horrible. So the fact that she recreated his costume and made him. He was
Kelsey.
He was a badass. He was a badass in the movie. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spoil anymore. But
well, now you know what? You should spoil it.
She did a great job.
You should spoil it.
Negative influence. No. Stop.
Thank you. Thank you. See. That's why Ad, you my homie, son. Like you,
Disney should censor you. Disney should censor you.
No, they should never censor me, man. Like Walt Disney did it. Disney.
Hashtag Walt Disney did
it. from
Walt Disney made me do it. Like that's it. No, but seriously, man, when it comes to like, I'll be honest with you. Reason why I asked you guys this is because I was thinking about my answer about like what the Latin American culture means to me. I think of one word, and this is something that the African American culture, for some reason, can't get wrapped around their heads. Unity.
Yep.
Unity. When I look at Mr. Kahlil, when I look at Eric, when I look at my man Joseph, when I look at like the warehouse manager I work with, Miguel, Victor, Rosie, every Spanish person I know, man, R.I.P. my godmother and godfather, man, Hector and Maria. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the South Bronx. You know what I'm saying? East 156th Street between Kelly and Beck. Shout out to the block. I grew up predominantly around Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. Predominantly. Hip hop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like one of my homeboys, Norman, you know what I'm saying? He was Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was my best friend. Like my first best friend, man. Shout out to Norman Rivera, wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I see the Latin American culture, man, predominantly Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, I see unity. You know what I'm saying? I see if you fuck with one of them, you fuck with all of them. They can have beef amongst themselves, but if somebody outside their culture fuck with them, they gonna put their beef aside, jump in. You know what I'm saying? And like really got they people's back. You know what I mean? Kelso, piece of Puerto Rican Norman. Yo, I'll tell Norman when I see him. Hopefully Norman is watching this shit. I don't know, but seriously, all jokes aside, man, I see unity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like crimes and shit happen in the neighborhood, whatever have you, but I see, and you know what I'm saying, y'all can look at it yourself. When you go to the Heights, when you go to certain areas, man, where you see nothing but Latin people, it's more unity, it's more connection than it is with African American people. I don't give a fuck who feels offended by what I just said. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Dead serious. And I love and respect Latin American people because of that. Because of their unity. They're like, every time I see cats uniting and shit, joking around, pound a half a hug, you know what I'm saying? People who I meet, sometimes they invite me over to their crib. They barely know me. They be like, hey, yo, you want to come over to the crib, man? We cooking some, panela, those con pollo, some shit like that. You know what I say? Yeah, bacalao. All that. Like, you know what I say? Man. Yo, I did. It's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like what the first thing I say, right? Because this is the first Spanish sentence I've known, right? That I paid attention to. Like anytime like somebody speaking Spanish in front of me, or like, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to be involved in the conversation, I'd be like, me gusta arroz con pollo. No, me gusta arroz con pollo. You know what I'm saying? I like chicken and rice. Me gusta arroz con pollo. They be like, what's chicken rice got to do with it? I said, shit, I'm just trying to be part of the conversation. And they start laughing at me. They laugh at me.
Just say claro for now. Claro. Everything.
No, you ain't gonna get me shot on nobody else. Fuck out of here.
Who said anything about getting shot?
That doesn't mean anything getting shot.
Just mean claro. Okay. Of course. It's kind of course. Yeah, exactly. I think you're mad. You're understanding. You're understanding the conversation.
He think you
Khalil,
trying to set him up.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't know, man. Like,
of course.
That doesn't mean. How you know, Ab? You know Spanish?
I've actually been studying Spanish. Yes.
He got claro down. Claro.
Oh, all right.
Claro
Nah,
que sí.
the only one I trust right here is Mr. Kahlil, man. I don't know about y'all, man. Y'all sitting there, y'all might end up getting me shot on somebody's block. I'm not.
I was talking about, I'm sorry. I was talking about gang stuff. You're right. You should.
All right, cool. That's what's up.
I'm saying.
Don't.
Stay with arroz con pollo, man. Stay with arroz con pollo.
Me gusta arroz con pollo. That's it. Kelso said something here. Kelso Rich. He said, they haven't been told to hate themselves by the Sydney. What the fuck?
It kind of cut off.
It cut off. Okay. He said they haven't been told to. What the? Yeah, wow. They haven't been told to hate themselves by the Sydney they grew up in. He probably means city. The Sydney they grew up in.
Yeah, probably.
They
correct.
Same.
I didn't even finish with it, but all right, fuck it.
They haven't been told music of genocide of their brothers, etc.
Yeah,
that's it.
Same.
I don't know. That's up for debate.
I mean, there's a debate of colorism that we're not. I don't know if we can even get into. That's really complicated as well.
No, that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, I swear, I wanted to talk about the colorism within the Latin American countries. I wanted to talk about, especially what I saw on the Philip Scott show. Shout out to Philip Scott. I always watch your show. I watch the Africa Diaspora Network and stuff like that. And shout out to him. Hopefully, we'll have him on one of our episodes of season 4. But I was watching the Philip Scott show. He had a Mexican, half black, half Mexican woman on there explaining the racism that goes on in Mexico. And what I didn't know about Mexico is, first of all, I didn't know they had black people in Mexico. Second of all, I didn't know that they had a town with nothing but black people in Mexico, because they kept hidden for so many years. I would say until a few years ago. And she was talking about the racism amongst, like the Mexican people, and she was saying that she was dating a lighter skinned Mexican dude. No, seriously, I'm not joking.
No, I was waiting.
No, we talking about Steps. I see Steps. Yeah, yeah.
Oh. And anywho, before I lose track of thought, she was talking about dating. She was talking about dating a lighter skinned Mexican or whatever, and the parents not accepting her because of the fact that she was black. And it's.
Oh, this guy! I know this guy, man. He goes around different countries talking to people. I've seen his stuff.
Yeah, man. But to your point, that's what I hear about not only in Brazil, but also in Dominican Republic, about, especially right now with a lot of folks getting their passports and going across over to different places. The idea of the family saying to to better the race and not really to intermix with just definitely darker folks, because they're trying to better the race.
Yeah, like on top of that, it's not just in Mexico or Brazil, and that I heard in DR too. He had another episode where it was a Dominican woman on there stating that never mind the phone ringing in the background, but in DR they deal with that same issue. It was a black woman there who's Dominican. She was saying that she was dating a light-skinned Dominican dude, and the dude's parents, it was nice to her in her face, but behind her back, they was like, yo, don't bring this chick here again. Like on some real foul shit. And I'm like, as much unity is amongst, Latin American people, there's also racism too, because it's like, we want just for the lighter side to prevail, especially when they come to America and see that it's controlled predominantly by, the white society. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, all right, we want to either be a part of that, or we want to be known as Dominican. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's a narrative, but this is the narrative. shout out to my brother Biggie Paul, aka Mr. Narrative. You know what I'm saying? But what that happens here in the States too. Colorism is worldwide thanks to white supremacy. Yeah, Ja, you're right.
System.
You know, but what I'm trying to say here is that it shouldn't matter, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, at the point you guys are, Eric, Kahlil, you right, man. Like, yo, we're all one big melting pot of, you know, of human beings, man. We are the part of the human race. You know what I'm saying? And I hope one day, if it doesn't happen in this generation, hopefully after we'll all transcend to, you know, to the afterlife, it can happen in the next. You know what I'm saying? With shows like this too, we can actually show people that, yo, listen, man, like not everybody thinks this way. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it now.
No, that's what you think this episode's here for? We doing it now. Yeah, we are doing it now. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is, yo, man, listen, Kelso, we are all one and the same, though. We are. You know what I'm saying? But there are other people in the world that just doesn't think that way. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, but it's unfortunately it is. This is what it is. This is the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully we could be the change. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
sure.
That's what it is with that.
Well,
you know
I think
what I mean?
the show is proof positive of that. You know, we have diversity amongst ourselves. You know, just, you know, it's Black and Latino, it's straight, and it's LGBTQ. Like, you know, it's, you know, MGTOW, non-MGTOW, you know. There's so much diversity.
Yo, at this, I didn't tell them to say that, man. I did not tell her to say that, man.
Oh,
like,
no,
she just...
look, that's all good. Oh, I was about to say we was going to commercial.
Yo,
is that a commercial? That's a commercial for Notes?
Yeah, y'all should go follow www.onlynotes.com.
We need a drum roll that comes
Notes new album. Notes new album coming soon. New album coming soon.
Wait, we need your Anubis proof of life video.
We need to see the
life.
Yes, this is what we do. We were extra.
See, it's not our fault that you want to sit there talking about get your ass out the kitchen. Okay. You know, like
we don't have to call the SPCAA anymore. Okay, good. He's alive.
Hey, Anubis.
Yeah. You ain't you put him down. You didn't throw him somewhere. That's all we care about.
Last time. I love it.
All right.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys too.
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely good to see you, Notes. That we got to ask you the question because we asked the rest of the panel. Notes. I know this is going to be real open question here, but pertaining to the today's topic of discussion, what does Latin American culture mean to you? It's no right or wrong answer. It's just your answer.
Nah, then like you said, unity, man. Like, you know, unity, bro. Like a lot of our people, we don't get along. Even right now, I'm going through some family drama right now. We don't get along, and it's sad. Like,
that's a fact.
I look around, and like, not even like just the Latin culture. I look around like Muslims, Indians, and stuff like that. Like they all get along. They all look out for each other. You know what I mean? Like a lot of my closest friends are native, Latin, even Russian. You know, other people like that. Like I don't have a lot of black friends, and it's not because I don't want to. It's just I've been fucked over by a lot of them. I'm just being honest.
Wow.
That I'm being honest. Like even my own family, man. So like there's no unity, man. Like and I feel like there are certain people in the black community that have that see beyond the bullshit, and even then they get pushed aside. You know what I mean? Like we can even bring up the fact what happened in Nipsey. You know, like we'll take off. You know, people who's been trying to do good, and you got our own people taking them over jealousy. I'm like, bro, like we're the same. We're the same, and like it's sad, bro. And like but like, as I was reading the comments, they were saying like, like it's self-hate. We've been taught how to hate each other, even between light skin, dark skin. You got women nowadays. You know what I mean? Hate their skin, bleaching. I'm like, for what? You know what I mean? Like, so unity. And to be honest with you, man, this unity.
Wait, chicken and beef. Chicken and beef. He said no. That's because you live in Wisconsin. Yeah, y'all the only black family.
Nos was pouring his heart out, and you over here gonna go ahead and do that.
He live in Arizona.
I live in Arizona, but I'm originally from Indiana, South.
You originally from Indiana?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what. Yo, shout out to Indiana, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Gary, South Bend, all that, man. Like, to
the Pacers,
Supernatural,
Indianapolis.
Shout out to the crazy chick that I almost dated in Indianapolis too. That boyfriend
almost dated. Almost dated. You gotta remember that.
Yeah, because her boyfriend called me talking some old wild shit. So I was like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know she had a doing? I was like, how does it get my number? Anyway, we're gonna talk about that in another episode.
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. This nigga here.
Wait, no.
Just get back. Roll it back.
This is a message to lyrics real quick. Everybody knows almost doesn't count.
And there's a message to Steph. I don't give a fuck.
But like seriously though, but back.
That's it. Like, shit, I don't give a fuck.
But
go ahead.
But seriously, like, yeah, man, it's unity, man. That's unity.
That, you know what? I'm gonna say this because that is such a deep conversation to have. But I shout out to my homeboy Rob James. Today's his birthday. But we used to have this conversation all the time, and we used to talk about this plight, being African Americans and all. And honestly, as African Americans, like just as African Americans, we're the youngest ethnic group, like one of the youngest ethnic groups in the world. So to say that we don't have unity, that it's such it's so complicated to be cut off from your original homeland and to not have like any real connection, like very finite connections with your homeland. Like that's a big part of it. And the fact that we are the youngest, like one of the youngest ethnic groups like in the world, it's going to take us some time to find that unity. I don't want to say that we're too hard on ourselves, because we should have that focus on, strengthening our unity. But comparing ourselves to other ethnic groups and other races, that doesn't help. I mean, it's good to use them as an example, but we have a long way to go as a people.
Steph, I don't want to
we have to find our foundation first.
Can I add something? Hold on, guys. Hold on 1 second. We have to say goodbye to Mr. Kahlil. And man, Mr. Kahlil, it's been a pleasure. You know what I'm saying, having you on the show. Go check out that movie, man. Y'all don't be bullshitting, man. Go ahead, check out that movie. We still here.
You need that description. Let me say his full. Let me say his full name. It's Kahlil Jacobs-Fantanuzzi. Is that correct?
Right. That's
okay.
Right. It's been an honor.
I'm sorry.
It's been so great having the opportunity to build with y'all. I think these are some serious conversations. I think the idea of unity is something that we all have to strive for. The idea of white supremacy and division and conquer is something that we all experience and plays out in very real ways. But I think that if we continue learning about our true history and we continue building and supporting each other, that unity is something that we can accomplish and we could fight for. And check out We Still Here, Nos Tenemos. And let's stay in touch.
Yes.
Yeah,
check
most definitely.
Appreciate your time.
Guys, watch We Still Here documentary film online as part of the 2022 Queens World Film Festival at filmfestivalflix.com. Filmfestivalflix.com.
Just click on the link.
All right. Click on the link. All that. Yo, thank you very much.
Enjoy your Sunday.
Enjoy your Sunday, man. Yeah, man. That was cool. That was cool.
But
I don't know what the fuck that was.
That was Ad?
Yeah, that was Ad being a real idiot.
So I was saying this. I want to say some real quick stuff. Yeah, I don't want like chime with something.
Well, no, it's time for final thoughts anyway.
Oh, wait,
you know what I'm saying?
Can I say something?
we still got
2 seconds.
We got time.
2
Oh, we got
seconds?
time?
Yeah, we got time.
Oh shit, my fault. My fault. My fault.
Before I forget my thought, I'm gonna forget. Okay, so you've had also help from disruptions along the way, and I'm not gonna state those disruptions. We already know the disruptions. You know, by conflict and things that are imposed. So I agree that the whole fact of being hard on yourself is. But being hard on yourself has created this culture that is unique within itself. The African American culture in the United States is something that's in itself. It's a, how can I say that? It's a triumph, and it should be seen as so, because to take somebody and to somewhere else, dispossess them, move them somewhere else, destroy their culture, destroy their connections to their culture, to their people, to their religion, to every connection they have, and then for them to build from scratch, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah. No, it's definitely something to be commended, and I hope more of our people, realize that, and I think some of them do.
But see, here's the thing, I like, all right, as part of the 5% nation, when I was a part of it, you know what I'm saying, like Superior Mathematics, I was born on the day of wisdom built to destroy. You know what I'm saying? They say number 8, build to destroy. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order for you to build, you know what I'm saying, like knowledge or whatever, you have to destroy the ignorance that goes on. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Ad, you agree, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at your facial expression. Stop trying to be like you ain't from New York. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
All you gotta do is say word.
What they say in LA? What they say in LA, Ad, something like that.
Yo.
Word is mine. I don't know.
What is more? That's more New York. And claro does mean, of course. It also means clear.
I hate y'all, man.
Claro, in terms of the conversation I was trying to say, it means of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to let you know I fucking hate it here right now. Like right now, I hate it here, bro.
Nobody else wants you anywhere except for us, so you might as well enjoy it. Come on, man.
Yo, no, people want me places. Fuck out of here.
Yo.
I'm just a hater to you motherfuckers. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Like Notes want me around. Right?
Notes only doesn't even want Anubis around, man. Come on, man. You want to send Anubis over here? I'll take care of him.
Hey.
That's my dog.
Hey.
Notes is gonna start doing proof of life videos with you too. Just wait.
Every time.
Notes, next time you disappear, we're gonna put you on milk cartons, man.
And we're gonna say we still here, yeah.
Oh man, yo, I love fucking with y'all, man. No, we do have unity, man. Unity
and hate and negative influence. That's what we're united in.
Hashtag the negative influence, man.
That's not negative influence, man. That's fun. That's poking each other fun. It's all clean fun. Nobody's hating or making fun of each other for evil ways. They're all fun. Okay.
That's a fact.
It's kind of dark, but it's all in jest, man.
All right, so is it time for final thoughts now? I think it's time for final thoughts.
It's your show. You tell us.
Why are you
I want to go. I want to leave because he want to go get his chopped cheese. All right.
That's
Sunday.
Thank you.
That's Sunday chopped cheese. That's Sunday chopped cheese.
It's chopped cheese day.
Hey,
that's it.
He better pick mine up too.
Send it to DoorDash. Send it to DoorDash.
You know what? Hold on. Yo, the reason why Steph is saying this shit because I lost a bet. You know what I'm saying? So I just and I owe her chopped cheese.
By the way,
Man, I haven't had.
I owe chopped cheese
since I was in New York, bro.
it was in the last episode. We were talking about. It was terrible. First of all, he brought up a bet on when two actors died.
Which actors were this?
Goodfellas. Ray Liotta and Paul Sorvino.
Oh yeah, I kind of remember that conversation.
And I was trying to tell him that Paul Sorvino passed away after Ray Liotta, and he was like, he passed away a while ago. You want to bet that? You want to put something on that?"
Yeah, I was like, yeah, let's put $20 on it. He was like, nah, chopped cheese sandwich. All right, well,
I just to pay respect to the New York, living and life that they portrayed in film. I wanted to pay my respects. Betting money, I just thought that was kind of fucked up. But it's terrible. So give me the chopped cheese. When you go get yours, I need mine.
You know what? I'm gonna put extra hot sauce on your shit too, with the ghost peppers. How about that?
Okay, that's fine. The hotter the better.
Yeah, the hotter the better. The hotter the better.
Huh?
He's not
because you know what goes in. You know what goes in.
Man, come on.
Hold on. You know what goes in come out, right?
At Aki's spot. Come on.
All right. No, I'm going to the chopped cheese spot on 125th. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure they got the extra spicy whatever the fuck. Like, yeah, all right, got your ass.
But interesting. That's an interesting menu title for sure.
I'm gonna make sure we mix that up.
Ghost peppers, all that.
Yeah,
hey, stop trying to play me, ad man. Anyway. Oh man, no, but seriously, I learned a lot from this episode, man. Like I learned a lot as far as Latin American coaches. Cause wow, oh shit. Oh man, yo, man. Do you want to talk about Latin American cuisines for a minute? Like, yo, we need to talk about that.
Okay, we're gonna go.
Food.
Okay. Fritura. We're gonna talk fritura first, all right? Puerto Rican fritura. Right. Everything is fucking fried. Anything that's fried is fucking fritura. And that's like the majority of hand food. You're talking acapuria. You're talking about gene de papa. You're talking about bacalito. You're talking about what else? Man, you can keep going on. Like,
you're right. Empanadas.
Technically fritura, yeah. You throw that up in there.
He said acapuria. I love some acapuria.
Acapuria. I haven't had in a long time, man.
Acapuria. Hey yo, you know what? You go right there to 1/10 and third. Cuchi Frito on 1/10 and third. Shout out to Cuchi Frito 1/10 and third. You get the acapulla. They still sell them for like $1.50 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, son, get that.
And don't forget the chicharrón. Throw some chicharrón on the side and chicharrón con gandules, and you're good. You probably have a heart attack from the fried shit, but you'll be good with soak it up with the rice. You'll be good, man.
Yes.
and when you're done with that note, you're gonna have some flan. You're gonna have some flan notes, all right? Remember that flan? Flan, all right?
No, he knows. You already know.
I wouldn't bet the money. It's about integrity. I just don't do that.
Yeah, Mr. Jones 169 said you should have bet the money, homie. You know what?
I have integrity. I have morals. So
either way, I lost. So what the fuck? Like yo, I think it was listen. The chopped cheese is cheaper than $20. I'm just saying, man. Fuck it.
How much the chopped cheese? Like $10?
No, like $8. Well, if you go to the right spot, which is Poppy's on like in the South Bronx somewhere, any bodega. But they got Poppy on the grill. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Aki though. Shout out to all my Akis. There's only some Akis. Yeah, shout out to Aki and Poppies. But there's only some Akis that know about the special seasoning that you put on the hamburger when you do the chopped cheese. What's the special seasoning? Sazon, motherfucker. That's what the special seasoning is, man. And every motherfucking Poppy know Sazon. Go Goya. Goya in the building. Shout out to everybody that work at Goya.
You know why? Because Poppy live on the 5th floor, okay? That's why. He live on the 5th floor.
I don't care.
Brother man. Yep.
Nah, seriously though, man. Like that. Oh yeah.
At this point, yes, it's just embedded in the show.
Yo, he got hyped.
No,
That shit
no,
was
but
hilarious.
no, but shout out to everybody in South America, man. Shout out to Venezuela, Colombia, Puerto Rico. You know, Colombia, they they elected their very first black female vice president. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. Like, I can't really pronounce her name and shit, but shout out to her, man. You know what I'm saying?
Afro-Latino.
Can I do some shout outs too?
Yeah, Afro-Latino.
I want to shout out Bad Bunny. I want to shout out Rumblades. I want to shout out who else? Tito Puente. I want to shout out. Keep going with the shout outs.
No, that's real though. That's real, man. You like
Celia Cruz.
Celia Cruz.
Celia Cruz.
Azúcar. Azúcar. That's what she said. All of them.
Put the thing up and then I just saw a comment. I didn't get a chance to read it.
Oh yeah, Mr. Jones 169 said I mostly go to 116th and Lexington for the empanadas. It's at the corner right there on the train station. Can't miss it. Oh, I know exactly. You talking about that Mexican spot right there, right next to the train station, like right next to UPS, right? That Mexican, the Mexican shit.
I used
like
to
you
live
talking
on
about.
I used to live on 110 between second and third. Sorry,
man.
And I was right up from Lexington. I used to walk up there all the time. Yeah, shout
Steph
out to
used
that.
to live everywhere. We got you.
I used to live everywhere, man.
Yeah, Steph lived everywhere. Like
everywhere, has lineage everywhere. You know,
I do.
Like you got to remember, like she's Malcolm X's cousin, or like from his father's side. Like yo,
I never
you know what
said
I mean?
that.
Malcolm X.
Fine.
Yeah, Malcolm X.
Find the episode where I said that. Yeah, I'll give you.
He's
chops.
maybe my relative.
No, I said it.
And
We ain't betting that shit. I said it.
Lyrics. Oh, I'll put that on top too. If y'all can find the episode, which you won't.
But you won't. You damn sure won't.
Yeah, you won't.
Yo, coconut. I gotta make Speaking of, we're in the season of Coquito.
Coconut.
We're in the season of Coquito.
Coquito.
Which honestly, I have the ingredients today, and I'm thinking about it, man. I might have to go to sleep early. I'm thinking about it.
Hey, yo, Eric, word to mother. You make Coquito, sell that shit. Don't play with me, man. Sell that, get that money, man.
He makes bomb ass.
I took me a while to perfect the formula, but yeah, I make some good Coquito.
He makes some bomb
Yeah,
ass.
no, but I'm saying, right? All right, get some jars, right? Pour that shit in there. Get some labels, say bomb ass Coquito, and sell that shit for like $40.
I just want to state one thing before we go. Okay, Coquito does not have egg. If it has egg, it is eggnog. I don't care if people want to come at me my head with that shit.
I knew you
look it up. Look it up. And Coquito does not have chocolate in it, okay? Or any pumpkin spice shit. You put that shit in it, you're gonna get excommunicated, okay?
Shout out to Coquito and Cremas.
Yo, random shit. Shout out to Willow. Her birthday is Friday. She will be 7.
Yep.
Shout out to
Happy
the baby
birthday,
randos.
Willow.
Yeah, happy birthday, Willow,
Happy
baby.
birthday, Willow.
Black Friday.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Oh, happy birthday to Rob too. You said Rob birthday today too, right?
Today's Rob James' birthday. Shout
Yeah,
out to
man.
Big Rob.
Shout out to Big Rob. Oh yeah, happy birthday! Shout out to my brother Eric. His birthday was like 2-3 days ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I forgot. You know what I'm saying? My fault, Eric. You know, I still love you though. You know what I'm saying? Don't be drinking no OE though. You know what I'm saying? You can't be drinking that shit no more. So like, word to mommy.
They still
you know
sell
what I'm
that?
saying? Yeah, they still sell OE. Like I know in California they still sell OE, right? Like they be selling that shit in LA.
Of course they do.
Yes.
Yo, who used to be in the OE ads? I can't remember right now.
Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg or some shit.
Code 45.
Oh, I'm thinking of Core 45. I'm thinking about Ides actually. I think Snoop Dogg was in Ides, right? St. Ides?
Yeah, he was in St. Ides. Yeah.
Yeah. So who are we talking about right now?
We talk about Old English.
I don't remember. There was a commercial on Lynch. There was somebody famous. I don't remember who it was. There was a commercial. I remember it probably after.
Yeah, you right, man. That shit's liquid crack though, man. I'm not fucking with that, man.
Can I do another? Let me do another shout out real quick, since we're talking about Latin American culture. Just like a couple of weeks ago, the HBCU community just introduced their first Latino drum major. He goes by the name of Marvin Meda. Marvin Maida, check him out. His videos, they've been, highlighting him for the past couple of weeks. Because, like I said, he's the first Latino drum major in an HBCU. I believe he goes to Jackson State University, which is where Deion Sanders is right now. So they're doing big things over there.
Yeah, shout out to Jackson State.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jackson State, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I also like to say, like, thank you guys once again, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Y'all make this a very crazy, fun-ass experience that is Randumb Thoughtz. You know what I'm saying, man? Thank you to the randos, the panel. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to even Anubis for surviving, no bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah, rest in peace, the Iron Man.
Anubis blinked twice.
The Iron Man. What happened to Iron Man?
No, it's one of their brothers.
Oh, my fault. Yo, yeah. Rest in peace to Iron Man. Yo,
we're not talking about Marvel. We ain't doing it. We good.
Yeah, we don't. No, we don't. Yeah, we don't really fuck with Iron Man like that. We don't fuck with Marvel Comics Iron Man.
We gotta talk about this.
No, let's talk about it because we don't fuck with Iron Man over here, son. Tony Stark's Iron Man. I don't fuck with that nigga, son. He fucked over too many people. You know what I'm saying? He be on some bullshit. So I don't fuck with Iron Man.
My Tony Stark's an alcoholic who never got better. Okay.
If it ain't DC, it ain't cracking, right?
He's a pure alcoholic and a drug addict. That's my Tony Stark.
Yo, Tiffany said, "Love y'all. You make the day go by faster." Wow. Okay.
Appreciate it, Tiff.
No, appreciate Tiff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but I want to unpack after
it
the
ain't
show.
cracking.
I want to unpack why you don't like Black Panther. I
don't like that nigga, son. Like, I like
Stop.
Chadwick Bosewick. Chadwick Bosewick, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucks with Chadwick Bosewick, the actor. He did some great work. Even in Black Panther, it's not the fact that I don't like Black Panther. I don't like what came with it, and I don't like the fact that. And you know what? We might actually get kicked off for this shit, but it has to be said because there was only one. No, hold on. No.
WWE, relax, okay?
No. So yeah, World Wrestling Entertainment. We ain't talk about you. You ain't got no wrestlers named Black Panther. Get out of here. Anyway, so like I was saying, like somebody from another channel I was watching YouTube made a very great point. This was after the Black Panther made a couple of millions or whatever. Like the money ain't going to black people. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes, it is.
No, it ain't. It
went to all the actors, didn't it?
Yeah, but
it went to the people on the crew, which are mostly black as well.
Yo, Advis, you know what I'm saying, man? Because I saw your face. Your hand on your face.
I put my face like that because of Steph's rebuttal with that quick one. That's why I went.
I didn't hear about it.
Wait, hold on.
No, she said it's going to all the actors, the people on the cast, and that's why I'm like.
Right.
So I'm gonna go in. Fuck this shit. Hey, yo, taking the beef section.
The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union.
Tell me why you mad. Lyrics, tell me you mad.
That shit right there. That shit right there caught me off guard like a motherfucker. I'm going in. Going in. Listen to me very carefully. Listen. All right, boom. Shout out to Marvel and all that. Whatever the creators. It's just somebody made a very interesting point. I'm gonna make a very long story real short. The money did not go to of course, actors and actresses got paid. Yes, but the money that they made
and the director,
all that. But the money,
is black.
The grippers, the
money,
designer, the money went to all those people.
Steph.
I'm just saying.
I think what he's trying to say is the community.
I know what he's saying. I'm fucking with him.
Like, are you done? Are you done?
Thank you. Are you finished? Or are you done?
That was a good
Wrap it
point,
up,
Lyrics.
B.
That was a
Wrap
very
it
good
up,
point,
B.
Lyrics.
No, and a good point my ass, because I ain't made no good point. I'm gonna make one now though. The money did not go to the African American community who put the money into this shit. I'm talking about as far as advertisement and all that other shit. Like the residuals that they got back, that the money that they got from the theaters and shit, that didn't go to them. Then went to Marvel. Yeah, and guess who Marvel's ran by?
Let's not be Kanye West. Let's not do a Kanye West here. Okay.
Right.
No. Well,
we want to keep our money.
Well, all right. So I'll put it real shortly then. You know what got money? They got the money back from you know who. All right. But guess what? Wakanda forever, right? Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
At least, I'm keeping it a buck with you when I'm telling you, fuck out of here. So I'm not doing that. I'm not watching it. Wait, Lyrics is a hater. Haha, Black Panther Wakanda Forever was a powerful show, especially with Angela Bassett. Lyrics, where do you get your information from? I get my information from social media. That's where I get my information from.
First of all,
Facebook. Same where Trump supporters get his information.
No, I get it from YouTube. I get it from YouTube channels.
Trump supporters get it from YouTube as well.
And they know. No, hold on. They know what they be talking about. Stop playing with me, man. Yo, fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, man.
First of all, the name of the game
yes,
is
Mr. Jones. Yes.
Yes, no, hold on. Mr. Jones 169 said, just like the BLM movement, and we know what BLM means, made $5.2 billion, which none of the rest of us have nor seen that kind of cash. Period. Let's not even go into that.
First of all, there's no comparison.
Let's not go into that.
There's no comparison to that because I already said it. Black actors, black people behind the scenes. Tyler Perry's studio.
Don't even start with Tyler Perry.
Mostly shot.
Nah, they ain't starting with no Tyler Perry. Nothing. Like Tyler Perry ain't had nothing to do with it. Fuck out of here.
That work in Hollywood, black people that work in Hollywood, people got paid.
But we're not talking about black people. We talk about Marvel.
Yeah, we are talking about
Marvel. Marvel. You can say all that all you want, but Marvel Comics.
That is called the cost of doing business. If they're the ones that own it, yes, they have to get paid. But they put the money into.
And we're not talking about. We're not talking about guys. That we're not talking about that. We're talking about. The residual part of it, the people that put the money into it. No, we're not talking about the black actors. We're talking about the black fans. We talking about the black fans. You really want me to get real in depth with this shit?
Yes, they got a multi-billion dollar movie out of it.
Everybody that wear the t-shirts, that get the dashikis, that talk that Wakanda Forever shit. It's a fad. It's a fucking fad. And I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
It's also part of the residuals.
I'm not with it. It's a fad, and I'm not with it.
Now you're opening up more opportunities for other black movies to be made, like The Woman King.
Thank you, Kevin.
No,
thank you.
I'm just saying, there are residuals to that too. It's just the way you see them. Wait, y'all wonder why people?
There was people in Coming to America stuff, and every sort of representation we wanted. And here's my problem with this question: why can't we be extra? We is an extra type of people. Extra.
Yeah.
Crossing the chicken nuggets. We do everything extra. The way we dress, the way we are, the way we play music. We just extra people. But it's not unusual to be excited about a movie and dress up. Have you ever seen Star Wars opening weekend?
Yep.
All kind of dressed up.
That's true.
Way, shape, or form. Have you ever been to see a Harry Potter movie? You ever been walking around? People be all dressed up in muggles and robes and wizards and face paint. Let people enjoy what they want. It's their money. Why can't people be saying, very happy about it? Why? Why can't I told my kids on Monday, I wish I would stop being all happy while I got to watch y'all be like, oh, look at this. Look how much fun we having. Oh, you should have seen today. Oh, but on Monday. You know Black Panther ain't finna sell no concessions because black people was in there with 2 plates. In one. Shut up if you ain't happy about it. That's one thing I don't like about social media. There's always somebody trying to rain on your parade. Why y'all happy about this? Why y'all celebrate Valentine's Day? Why y'all excited that y'all
National Suckers Day?
Shut up. If you ain't happy about
Yep, National Suckers Day. I said it. National fucking Suckers. Matter of fact, this show was built on National Suckers Day.
You better speak to him, Kev, on stage.
Man, ain't nobody speaking this shit.
Look.
No, hold on. This show was built on National Suckers Day. How about that?
Yeah. Look, this is what I will say. I will say this. It's wonderful for things like this to come out, but I'm gonna say this. I'm tired of us just only settling for symbolism. That's it.
And I'm with, and guess what? I'm with Ad on that. I'm with Ad on that. No, you don't.
We should not settle. I agree. We should not settle for the bare minimum. At the same time, you have to start with some sort of foundation.
Basically, Steph, you're saying, but
the reality of the situation is Disney and Marvel own Black Panther.
And hold on. See, that word triggers me. That name triggers me. That name triggers me, B. That name triggers me. That name triggers me, B. I told you. Don't say that. Wait, short and profound, brother acronym. On my way to the Cold Temple. No, Steph, you know that name, that DISNEY name triggers me, man. Because Walt Disney's the foundation for fucking up everything else, B. Like, that's what the mother.
Next time Steph said he who should not be named, and we'll all know what you're talking about, okay?
He who should not be named. We don't use his name here in Random Thoughts Talk Series ever again.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, Notes. My fault. Go ahead.
All right.
Never again.
I agree with Kev, man. You know what I mean? Like, look, man. I get what y'all saying. Yeah, the community. Y'all feel like some people feel like the community should have got paid. But at the same time, man, it's just a movie because like people when Harry Potter came out, when Star Wars came out, people dressed up. If that's kind of like the same thing like when people go to Anime Con or Porn Con, people all dressing up and stuff like that. You want them to get paid for all that too? Like,
but did they dress at Porn Con?
Hold on.
Just because we talking about that topic last week, we bring it back. All right, for sure.
Hell yeah, because like lyrics, you my nigga. I love you. As you my nigga. I love both of y'all. But like on some real shit, man. Like, let people just be. Like, I understand. Like, y'all look at things on a whole different scale. I understand that. But at the same time as well, too, man. Like, it's just a movie. You know what I mean?
No, that's what I'm saying too.
And hold on. And Black Panther wasn't the first black superhero. He actually wasn't. If it wasn't for fucking Blade, Marvel wouldn't be anything.
Thank you.
What about Luke Cage?
Thank you.
Luke Cage was the first black superhero.
Man, fuck Luke Cage. Ain't nobody talking about that nigga.
Wait. What about Storm?
Let Notes continue.
Hold on.
Let Notes continue.
Hold on.
If I'm not mistaken, Storm was the first black Marvel character.
Hey, yo, shout out to Storm.
Yeah.
But like my biggest thing when I go online and stuff like that, like people's always bitching. I'm like, bro, like at least we have black people in movies now. Before black people was even fight, they were actually fighting, trying to get in roles like this. You know what I mean? So it's fucking dope. And also,
Sidney Poitier.
And also, it's like a black director. He directed the movie. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking dope. So like that's
word.
Like all that hating and shit. Fuck all that, man. Like,
all right, Notes.
I'm just hold on.
This is what I'm talking about. That was the point I was making. These are the residuals that we also need.
I'm not jacking it. I'm not jacking that.
Making a huge leap of bound.
I'm not jacking that. No, you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about? I'm talking about. All right, I'm talking about Image. Well, not Image. What's that? Milestone. Do we all remember Milestone, right? Remember Milestone Comics?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm talking about hardware. I'm talking about Icon and Rocket. I'm talking about Static Shock. I'm talking about all these black like black superheroes that we have that's for our own. You know what I'm saying? But they only took Static Shock. Well, so I say Static, made him Static Shock, made him a big fucking laughing stock. You know what I'm saying? But then all of a sudden we got Black Panther, who's been out for dumb long, and I'm not really shitting on Black Panther, but what I'm shitting on is the fact of the movie. Somebody made a very interesting point about it, and the interesting point is Black Panther made how much it made? How much the first movie made? Like it made like damn near something $1 billion or some shit.
It made multiple $1 billion.
Yeah, it made multiple $1 billion.
Like $2-3 billion somewhere.
And guess what? Yeah, you're right. I am complaining about, and I stand on it 100%. It did not go back within the black motherfucking community, or the black community only saw a small portion of it. I'm always gonna look at it that way. There ain't a motherfucking thing none of y'all could tell me about it, and that's it. But go ahead.
I'm going to disagree.
Hold on.
Okay.
I feel
agree to disagree.
Hold on, but you said Milestone Comics. Now look. Okay. I'll bring up. We'll say Deadpool. Before, Deadpool was never going to be out. Ryan Reynolds is the one that actually put money into the film for it to be out. So, you know, I feel like if we really want these movies, then yeah, we got to put something into it. Yeah, like, you know, it'd be fucking dope to see Static Shock on to see Static Shock. You know what I mean? On film or Blood Syndicate or other black superheroes. But honestly, like, it all goes like. You gotta put the money into it, and like I get what you mean. Yes, some of that money, some. If I ran the company, yes, that money would go back to the people who put the films in. But then again, I agree with Steph on this one as well too. Yes, these are ran by white corporate America, but they're not finna give back. But I am happy that they did pay off the whole fucking black crew that was in there. That's fucking dope because a lot of films don't do that. It's up to a lot of
Advin's looking at you like nigga what? Nah, come on, son.
I'm serious. Like okay, look.
No, I mean in the sense of, and I'm gonna let you continue. I'm like Steph on this point. When Steph say get specific, I got like get specific. You just made me think of like whoever becomes a actor who gets there don't get paid if they black. That's why I was like that's why I shook my head. But no, you're good. Continue.
No. I didn't. Okay. I didn't say that. What I was saying,
I'm sorry.
What I was saying was this, like when I'm saying like he wasn't greedy. The guy, so he paid off the people who worked in the film. Like you don't hear that. That's what I'm saying. Like Keanu Reeves.
Put your hand down, Larry.
Keanu Reeves in the Matrix.
What?
He actually took a cut pay for everybody else to get paid. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't do that.
Well, that's Keanu Reeves. Like, what does that have to do with Black Panther?
What I'm saying this.
Respectively, I'm saying respectively.
Respectively, Keanu Reeves wasn't selfish. What I'm saying, they were fucking selfish. But I am happy that the other people who worked on the film that were black got paid a lot. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
Can I also say this too?
Okay.
Name a black company right now, because I would honestly love this to happen. But name a black company that can present Black Panther, in the way that Disney and Marvel have presented.
Don't say that motherfucking name again on here.
He who should not be named is our overlord. Okay, they own everything. They're gonna own you too soon.
What'd you say?
They're gonna own all of us soon. So get ready for it. They're gonna own all of us.
But all I'm saying is this. I hear what you're saying, lyrics, and I'm not saying that I disagree with you. All I'm saying is this, and I'm also saying this, note. Black Panther is not just a movie. That's the problem. We have this perspective of, Black Panther is just a movie. It's just fantasy.
I agree with you.
But listen.
On that one.
Listen. It's not just a movie. Because when we haven't had a platform like this before, where we can actually dream and like our kids can dream and think, oh yeah, I can aspire to be this, or I can create something as large, as big, as bold as this. Like we haven't had a platform like that before. Like Blade wasn't even on that platform like that before. Now we've set the stage to where we can dream bigger and better and do larger things because of this movie. When you talk about residuals, this is the start of it. Now like I said, now we have movies like The Woman King coming out, and we have other larger films that are coming out.
Be careful with that movie. Be careful with that movie, though. That movie, there was a lot of controversy around it because they found out that basically they were slaves. They sold in slaves. The women. So there was a lot of controversy.
I honestly want to see the movie myself so I can
You can't judge the movie because you need the history behind it. The movie only doesn't tell one side of the story.
Thank you, Ramos. Thank you, because I was really about to do it to her. I was going to do it to you.
Anyway, I want to see the movie myself, but the point I'm making is this: we're now being able to do multi-million-dollar movies like on a large scale, and we have the platform to do it now because now we're showing the world, our people are showing up. We're funding these movies. We're making it happen.
Steph, whoa! I gotta disagree with you respectively.
All I'm saying, it can but you're looking at it from a myopic point of view. Yes,
I am.
No, hold on. Before I gotta leave after this. Hold on. Steph, I'm gonna have to. I agree and disagree. There's been a lot of our people who's been doing this for a while, and it sucks.
I'm not saying that.
Oh no, but
I wasn't saying that at all.
No, I get it though. We have to word it a different way because a lot of our people still been doing this and they haven't got the credit. Like the guy, what's that guy name? The guy that was on he was in Sister. He had his own studio.
Oh yeah, Tim Reed.
Yeah,
Tim Reed.
Before Tyler Perry.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like you can even look back even other
Robert Townsend.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like
an important name in cinema. Robert Townsend. People don't talk about him enough. First black superhero.
You said I had to word it a certain way. This is what
thank you.
No, but this
Media
this
Man.
is what I was saying. I didn't say that there weren't people like that. Of course, we have Robert Townsend. Of course, we've had Spike Lee.
You just got to reword it a certain way, G.
No, but if you heard what I said, I said
the Wayans.
We didn't have the proper platform. That's what I said. We didn't have.
Then what the hell is what's your definition?
You have to have a backing. You have.
What's your definition of a proper platform? Because I'm confused.
May I ask a question real quick? I'm sorry. Part of what you're saying, Steph. Are you saying that in terms of the scope of the story, because it's a large fantasy kind of like story that needs a lot of money and resources, that you feel Disney can do that for this specific story? That's what you're trying to say?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. We haven't had, honestly, we haven't had studios that could do it in that way. Like, I mean, Robert Townsend did Meteor Man. He did Meteor Man. Did you see the graphics in that shit? That shit was terrible.
It doesn't matter.
And they made it into a comedy. Like, come on.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, stuff.
When you know the graphics are so bad,
we gotta start somewhere.
You have to market it as a comedy.
But like, Steph, all the movies from back then, the graphics were bad. Like this, we're talking about early 90s or 90. What we're talking about? Like all the graphics were bad. Even but there are other movies there are other superhero movies that have come out, and they're not framed or marketed as a comedy. Fucking Meteor Man was marketed as a comedy because Robert Townsend is a comedian. He put it as a comedy. But have you noticed all of our superheroes have been marketed as comedies? And that's your point.
It's your fault, lyrics.
Resources that have been put into it.
Yeah, it's my fault. I'm sorry.
Also, comedy is cheaper to do. I see your point. Comedy is cheaper to do in a lot of ways, right? We're talking about movies, right? We're talking about finances. And you're right. Disney owns the world. They will own the air and the atmosphere soon. So they're the only ones who can finance this kind of
Do not say their name on here.
I'm sorry. He who shall not be named will own your soul soon. And like I understand that. Like, but there are important stories out there that don't. I understand what you're saying. It's a scope, right? It's a scope. And Anyway, final thoughts.
Yes, thank you.
It's time final thoughts. It's been time final thoughts. Hey, yo, Notes, go ahead. Do you think, man?
It was love chatting with you guys. Like I said, final thoughts, unity. We need that shit more with everybody. You know what I mean? We are the people. I'm out.
Later, Nubis.
Vote Notes for president 2024.
You already know. Later.
Notes for press. All right. Yo, Steph, final thoughts, man. Yo, this is some bullshit, man.
We're in extreme overtime right here.
In the words of my folks, Yatu Sabe. But I'm in love with the diaspora. Like, the more I learn about the diaspora, the more enamored and more just in love with my culture, my people, and I'm talking Latino people too. Like, the more I'm in love with just how diverse and how beautiful our culture is, and I'm glad we had a chance to talk about the Latino and Hispanic community and their contribution to the diaspora. I intend to learn more about us, because they're part of us. Eric doesn't always say it, but shout out to Mandy Loca. She does in Popsy as well. But they always mention that they're Black. That's part of their culture, and I appreciate people like that don't shy away from the fact that they have African heritage weaved into their culture. So shout out to those folks that recognize it. And
it's more complicated. The thing about admitting it is complicated, because if I come out and say that, the people don't look at me and you stupid. You know what I mean? Like, it's different when you're from presenting in terms of like you look more so. It gets complicated.
Man, own that shit. White presenting Blacks walk around here like.
What who you talking about? Hubert Jinkle Smith? Who you talking about?
Look, I have folks. Yo, you stupid. I have folks in my family that are very light, that have freckles, that are white presenting, and they will say in a heartbeat.
Yo, Tyson, you stupid. Oh man.
Yo, Tyson, you on one today.
Yo, that's a fact. Yo, Steph, you good? You done? You got more?
Fuck you. Anyway. I have this final thought.
Oh my goodness.
I don't get to say it all because I'm not home right now. So yo, admins, please, final thoughts, man. I can't do this shit right now.
Doing the work is important. Building the community is important. At the same time, understanding what else needs to be learned and built upon is where a lot of this needs to go. So I'm still, of course, a proponent for learning, lifelong learner, as well as history, because the more that we dig deeper into the history, you come to find out how many more connections there are than the differences. So I love learning this stuff. I like to sit back and learn, because at the end of the day, I don't know all of this stuff, but the more that I come to figure this stuff out, it just makes more sense to me. So shouts out to all of this.
Yo, I love your attitude, Ed. Like, seriously, all jokes aside, I'm not even joking. I really, come on, man. This guy. Anyway, the guy that was supposed to be hosting, Mr. Vampire from Brooklyn over here,
that's what vampires do. They disappear and then pop up again. It's not my fault. I have whack internet. What do you want?
For real. Man, yo, we got that Transylvania internet for sure.
I got that DHS, DSL, whatever, comes from Transylvania, copper wire shit. It's just antiquated.
Yo, I can't. Admins and Clever are so cool and calm. Yeah, they are, man. Stephanie, a special what's it?
Special type of werewolf.
Type of werewolf. She's the wear Black Panther after Papa goes down.
That's for you, sir.
We're gonna be. We should make a T-shirt. We're gonna make a T-shirt called. We're gonna say we some mythological motherfuckers up in here. All right, and everybody's gonna get some fucking mythological creature associated with their name.
Hey, yo, Random Thoughts T-shirts coming soon. Random Thoughts website coming soon. Also, shit. What's this? Chicken Beef said, I'm going to Comic-Con next year dressed as Lyrics 156, and I'm going to throw chopped cheese at the Wakanda booth. Oh, shit. Yo, fuck it, man. Like, I might go as myself and do that shit. Fuck it, me. Like, yo. Nah, but, Famous Ramos, final thoughts. What's going on?
Final thoughts. I forgot what the topic was because we talk about so much shit. But Latin America, yeah, that's it.
It's so real.
But yeah, it's a complicated situation, and people should learn. Just like people of every place should learn about each other. You know, we should all learn about each other, differences and our similarities. And I'm gonna leave it as that.
Cool. My final thoughts. We all just need to accept each other as who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to all, like I said, to everybody within the Latin American community. If you know you're Latin American and you know it, raise up the Coronas. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we don't do Coronas. We do no. We do
Modelo. Y'all do Modelo?
Sol. We do Sol up in here. Sol has body.
All right, Solo. Raise up your Solo. Raise up your Spanish beers. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like, you know what I mean?
Dos
Like
Equis.
I fuck with Dos Equis and El Presidente. I know Dominican motherfuckers play with El Presidente. Not play. They drink El Presidente beer and shit. So that's just delicious.
You gotta get it from the source. Over here is not the same.
And on top of that, yo, Famous Ramos, I want some coquito. I heard you make the banging coquito. We getting it popping, all that. Anyway, shout out to all my Boricuas. Shout out to the Latinos, Latinas, whether you're black, you're white, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Remember, unity, pride. Y'all riding on that. We riding with you. You know what I'm saying, man? Everybody love everybody. It's the human race. We in the building. You know what I'm saying? Corona is a variation of beers that is brewed all across Mexico by its largest brewer, Grupo Modelo, owned by Belgian company Anheuser-Busch InBev, and is exported to over 150 countries. Yo.
That's why we Sol up in here. Only Sol touches my lips.
Yo, dog. Yo, Chicken and Beef, don't have us get fucked up in the street over this shit. Be like, yo, word the mother. I enjoyed this episode. Just like every other episode, I really enjoyed this shit. But guys, tune in next week because this wraps up another episode here, Random Thoughts. Tune in next week. Next week is going to be episode 3-22. This right here is my favorite topic. Yeah.
Can we talk about the specialness? The specialness that's going to happen? Can we talk about that yet?
Yes. Let's talk about what else is coming up with this next episode.
Y'all got me cracking up. I can't. Yeah. Oh yeah. We definitely going. We I was just about to get to that. You know what I'm saying? Episode 3-22. Yes, we are.
Yo.
You done, Ed? You done, Ed? Oh, you done?
Because look, he's gonna keep going. Look,
we get a history lesson in beer. Yo, can we talk about
has been a part of Heineken since 2004, but it wasn't until 2010 that Heineken purchased Cervecita Koi Mota, whatever the fuck that is, which includes all their brands of beer. Montezuma, which includes all their brands of beer at 7.6 billion. Damn.
Wait, hold on a second. Are we gonna say Presidente was bought by a Brazilian company currently too? Can we put that up in there? Like, what up? Yo, seriously, let's talk about next episode.
Listen. The next episode for Random Thoughts, episode 3-22. let's talk about love languages. I've been waiting all season, well, most of the season for this, but we're gonna have special guests, Substantial and his wife Rochelle Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna be with us on that episode. Special guest. Shout out to Substantial. Shout out to Rochelle. You know what I'm saying? Those are our peoples. You know what I'm saying?
All
like,
people. Yep.
Those are our peoples, man. Like, yo, like I'll be honest with you, man. Short story. If it wasn't for Stan, I wouldn't get to know this, person right here, this wonderful monstrosity that is Steph. You know what I'm saying? Because Steph be popping. Yo, Stan. I hope you watching this, Stan. See what the shit I be going through with your peoples here. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I love you to death, Stephanie. I love you to death, man. You know what it is. It's all love. Yep, it is emotional damage. Fuck it, but I still love you though, man. Like.
Nah, but it's gonna be a fun episode, man. Y'all need to tune in next week. It's gonna be loads of fun. Stan and Rochelle are dope people. Stan is equally as goofy and crazy as we are. Like he is very immature a lot of times. So
well, you know what's funny? You say that, right? Like I haven't seen that part of Stan until now. You know what I'm saying, man? He always been on some real serious stuff, but we always build about serious shit. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've seen him act silly and goofy every now and again, man. But like, yeah,
he's equally,
you know what I'm saying?
He's equally insightful and ignorant, and I love it.
I can't wait to see that ignorant shit next week. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, yo, you know me, hashtag the negative influence. You know what I'm saying? I promote ignorance and stupidity, you know what I'm saying, on this show. Hashtag support dummy shit. So, yeah. And Advis like to do all them fucking sounds and shit, B. Like, yo. We are in university class with chicken as professor. Damn.
I'm gonna go to brew my own beer now. So isn't it called Blood?
Yo, we gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Yo, listen, for fuck you. Anyway, so for Stephanie Gale, Famous Ramos, and Young Ad in the building up here somewhere. Young Ad, all right? Advis, aka Young Ad. This is the LYR to the ICS lyrics signing off. Peace.
We the people are the ones who gonna have to fight. We used to say, which side are you on? Which side are you on? The truth is, we're in so much debt that the only way out is revolution or war. So now the question is, which side are you on?
Which side are you on, boy? Which side are you on, my lord? Which side are you on, boy? Which side are you on, my lord?
See, before I draw the line, let me welcome you close to all the folks who knew Obama sold the people of hopes. Gave the money to suckers while our community's still poor. Withdrew the troops but started another war. Colonizing, terrorizing, creating the oil crisis so they can make a kill on no food and gas prices. Prisons is filling, they trying to lock up the future. Militarized borders and control of computers. Wanna stupid bumping music that ain't healthy for the shortest. Privatizing schools and policemen in the hallways. Can't be dormant, I'm awoken. Rise up, be ready. Brought the family with us and we hold the machetes.
Riding the fence. Too many people be riding the fence. Yeah, you say you ready for war, but are you convinced? I'm not convinced. If you're a rider, freedom fighter, crowd excited, then let's do this. We can make one big united middle finger to the U.S. Give me the bravest and the truest. Fuck the hippest and the coolest. We gon' spark this revolution and cross this off our to-do list. Put your foot down if you look down on this criminal system. Put your book down and get shook down like my niggas in prison. Don't be condemning and condoning their actions in one sentence. Make up your mind, choose your side. Is you a patriot or a menace to society? So riot or sit by quietly. But don't pull out your flag and try to say you gon' ride with me. You flip-flopping like hip-hop. I don't get locked in that trick box. Get got like Big and Pop. Shit's got to stop. I am the people, not the pig. I repeat after Fred. So please blow my brains out if I ever forget.
I'm with the independent thinkers. I'm down with the movers and the shakers and the ex-Henny drinkers, the non-smokers, the health advocates, the non-voters, the young bloods in the hood training like soldiers. I'm on the side of the tracks with the hood gardens. The little child that don't color inside the margins. I don't ride the fence, I cultivate my strength. Cause if it ain't about power, it don't make sense. I've been down with Boogie Down since BDP, some Brown Pride, and Black Power make RBG. A OG told me choose battles wisely. In the struggle, don't forget your children and your wifey. If you don't see me on the podium preaching it, every day I hope my every action is teaching it. Cause revolution is a process, it's not a speech or a panel. Don't bite off more than you can handle.
Shot City, Palestina, Venezuela, the South Bronx, baby. Yo, I still rock hard like slingshots in Palestina. Con todos los estudiantes por educación gratuita. I'm with workers uprising and the right to unionize. We ain't crossed the border, so you better legalize. I'm with La Peña del Bronx. I'm still with Victor Toro, cause gentrification is polluting my borough. So bro, never. South Bronx forever. Decolonize the block, make your neighborhood better. I ain't down with the rich, I'm more Richie Perez. Don't talk to grand juries or cooperate with feds. I'm with students, doctors, janitors, teachers. We need living wages, but they don't believe us. Monida, Barretto, Spofford, Hunts Point, my hood, I love. We join forces, forming our deck, BX. Taking over buildings, rebel Diaz for the children.
Politics to sickness, streets express symptoms. Caught up with a quickness, big business pimps them. Scholars play the simpleton, fools play with wisdom. Who will stand and fight back? Who will play the victim? Trials and tribulations, injured generations. Stolen history and outsourced innovation. Babel Tower fell, tribes are at war. The battle story's not represented in the score. The game's fixed, most of the faces and names switched. Credit stolen for art, science, religion, language, technology, philosophy, and with strangers. They paid in hatred for the knowledge of the ancients. Power in words, actions, guns, swords. Aim Panthers, brown berets, young lords. Pick a side, one sickness, one cure, one love, one blood, one world, but one war.